France is to ban students from wearing a type of Muslim dress called an abaya in state-run schools from the beginning of September. There have been months of debate over whether the loose-fitting full-length robe should be allowed in schools where the wearing of head scarves is already banned. Well, let us go live to Paris now to speak to our correspondent Hugh Schofield. Hugh, what can you tell us? Yeah, well, this is the latest isn't it in the long-running row of a ly secularism in France and particularly in schools, as you referred to back there. In 2004 the law came in which banned ostentatious signs of religion in schools. It was a way of enforcing this strict idea of separating religion and state. That meant that head scarves were out, but also kippers for Jews and crosses for Christians. Since then we've had the Burini debate, of course, and now this the abaya debate. It's come about because the government says in the last year or two more and more teenage girls, late adolescent girls in Lay's age sort of 15, 16, 17, are wearing these big long robes culturally from the Middle East, which the government says are a clear sign of their religious belonging and therefore fall under this 2004 law concerning signs of religious display in schools. The rectors of schools, headmasters, headmistresses have long been asking for clear guidance from the government because it's been an unclear situation. Should they or should they not ban these garments? Well, now they've got their answer. The government has stepped in the form of Gabalda, the education minister, just before the start of this term, and says that from next week, when schools go back, it will be banned. The abaya, you will not be able to get into the school with an abaya. We await with some interest though the text which will flesh out the application of this law. What exactly is it going to say? Because one of the objections is that it's very hard to define what this garment is. And some people have pointed out on online that a long western robe, something highly fashionable from Gucci, could also fall under this banner of being a kind of sign of Muslim faith. So there's a lot of gray areas surrounding this. All we can say in terms of reaction is that the schools are broadly favorable because it give them CLA. Righty, the center and the right are happy because for them it enforces that this notion of secularism, and on the left there's great division, but there's a lot of opposition on the left, mainly from the News Party, that's the coalition on the left, who say that this shows how the government is picking on Muslims and have an obsession with them. Hugh, thank you, our Paris correspondent Hugh Schofield there, and apologies for some of the sound issues, but hope you were still able to hear most of what you said.